Hello everybody, today we have Shreya with us. She has recently cracked Wells Fargo, so let's ask her about her journey. So how did you got to know about this opportunity?
I got to know about this opportunity from my senior. We used to travel together. So she told me about Wells Fargo when she got into it as an intern. And after her, I got to know more about the company from our college placement cell.
So how many rounds were there for the selection process?
So the whole process was divided into first was online test, and then after that 3 interview rounds. So in online test we had MCQs plus coding questions, and in MCQs it was comprised of English comprehension MCQs and then data interpretation and aptitude. So in data interpretation we were given graphs and pie charts, and on the basis of that we had to analyze what question have been asked, and then we had to answer the questions. And in aptitude it was general questions on mean, median and deviation stuff. And after that there were 3 coding questions. One was classic Tower of Hanoi question, I remember, and the 2 questions were of medium to difficulty level of strings. It was strings question, and the total duration for online test was 2 hours. And after that the interviews were scheduled 2 days after. The first round was technical, which lasted for 45 to 50 minutes, and in that he asked me about first he asked to introduce myself. He gave his introduction, and then he asked me 2 coding questions. He told me first to tell the algorithm, and then he asked me to code it like on paper, not on software. So then after that he asked me the complexities of that code. He made variations of the code and asked me to code it as well. And after this he asked me 2 puzzles, and it was not general puzzles which we solve, which are of cricket or that water, but it was something based on our thinking process. Like he asked me like how many cup of tea will be sold in a month of October. Just this was the question, and he told me to come up with a number and told me how you came up with that. Then I told him answer, but then he again asked me that it is not, do you think it is the number? Then I had to go back and retake my numbers and redo calculation and then come up with a solution. And in second round it started with my introduction, and he told me to tell my projects, about my projects, which tech stack was used, and how you thought of this problem statement as to go with as a project. And then he asked me some HR questions as well, and then situational questions, and then it was done. In third round it was total HR round. He asked me to first introduce myself, and then he asked me to tell about all the things from my childhood, including my parents and siblings as well. And then he asked me questions like what difficulties you faced recently, why do you want to join. Such questions were asked, and then the results were announced. Yeah, so this was all about interview process.
Okay, so was there any GPA criteria for online assessment?
Yeah, it was there for online test. I guess above 8 CGPA was the criteria, and in the form also they asked us 10th, 12th percentage, and MSCT and J score card were also asked. But the main criteria was CGPA. On the basis of CGPA, students were selected for online test.
So do you have any resume and project tips?
Yeah, so firstly keep resume very short and 1 page, and use decent colors. Don't go for pop-up colors. And even though we use Canva, so I prefer using websites which are there for resume. Like I have used Novo Resume website for building my resume. There we have to just log in, and then there are means templates are already there. We have to just edit it, and we can even customize the template. So it is after downloading it, they come in very nice aligned form. So it can, even you can search different websites, like very websites are available right now. If you are using Canva to make resumes, then go with template. Don't go on adding. Yeah, like it changes the alignment and it doesn't look good. So that one. And I feel even though you do a lot of project, just put that project which you have truly done and you are confident about telling about it. And like I was having my last year project as well, but I didn't put it because I felt it won't impact it that much. So that thing. Again, put skills, like again, in the skills section, don't go for putting very much skills. Put that which you know decently. Even don't achievements वाला section होता है, you can put your achievements. Sometimes we feel कि हमारी ये achievement इतनी impactful नहीं है, but it is an achievement and क्या पता उनको वो पसंद आ जाए. So you should put it. And extra curricular and co-curricular वाला भी section रखना चाहिए. And projects के time ना, don't describe projects in 4 to 5 lines. Just keep a short like project title and then write what was project about, and then text tag, and it's enough, because you are going to ultimately explain the interview, right? So there is no need of writing paragraphs in resume. So this was about resumes. And projects, I personally feel go in hackathons. Like their problem statements are very good, and even though we are not able to do hackathons at that time, but agar hum ghar jaake, if we put our efforts and do now, then it will be helpful. क्योंकि the projects we take in college or any मतलब ऐसे mini projects जो होते हैं, वो problem statements हम ऐसे ही choose कर लेते हैं कि only for the sake of doing, but and we don't know the gravity, like how much impactful will be that problem statement will make. But hackathons had very great problem statements, so do participate in hackathons. It will help in building your projects. And if you are getting a chance to attend City Bridge program, then definitely attend it. It will make your project very nice, and it helps you to develop mental development. It builds your confidence. It gives you, it's not only a technical program, it is overall development. So do such mentorship program, not only City Bridge, but अगर आपको chance मिलता है कुछ और भी करने का, so also do that. So it will help you in build your projects.
So which resources and platforms you used for DSA practicing?
So in my end of second year, I started with Love Babar DSA sheet and his YouTube channel I referred. And for core Java, I read a book. It's in our library. It's called Java the Complete Reference. It's from Oracle. It is very nice book. Like conceptually, Java clear हो जाएगी एकदम. And it has very basic Java concepts जो बहुत अच्छे हैं. Like applet से लेके API तक है उसमें. So even though you are not able to read it thoroughly, even I hadn't read it thoroughly, but you can just go to index page and see what all things you want to get clear, and you can refer it. It was very good reference for me. And before placement started, I referred to Striver's SDE sheet. It has 150 questions of all data structures, and see, 150 sounds very big, but even if you do 5 questions a day, 30 दिन में पूरी sheet हो जाएगी. So you can at least give 1 hour to do 5 questions, right? So I say कि तुम लोग करो वो. And then as Striver की ही SDE कुछ तो था, like things to do, ऐसा कुछ must to do questions on DBMS, CN, OS. So I did that as well for DBMS and CN. It has OS questions as well. So you can refer these things. Again, for last minute notes, I referred to GFG and Java Point. They had very short notes and nice. And GFG is good for time complexity concepts. Like you can easily get to know time complexity and space complexity. So you can refer to that.
So any final advice for aspirants?
So first of all, if you didn't get an internship, don't get dejected. Like I am the person sitting before you who was not selected for internship, but I got placement. sometimes time is not good, and at that time I feel I wasn't that confident. I will say कि confidence lose मत करो, बिल्कुल भी नहीं. You know you have came so far and you are capable of doing anything. If your confidence get lose ना, तुम कुछ नहीं कर पाओगे. So keep your confidence and you know कि तुम लोग बहुत दूर आए हो. So just even if you feel dejected, just think of the thing why we came this far, and keep you motivated every day. It is very, very important. And don't compare yourself with others. Everyone is on their own journey. You can't compare your journey with others. And be consistent. Like coding भी कर रहे हो तो do every day. कुछ भी हो जाए, you can spare 1 hour for coding, right? And be clear with basics. भले ही कॉलेज से नहीं हो रहा है, but at least they are introducing you to concepts, right? You can go back and go on internet and get to know what is this thing. And in library there are very nice books. Just know which books to refer, and it will be very, very helpful. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Shreya. It was great having you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.